Hello people, this is Power here with a review of the Kamen Rider Zi-O. What? This is the Kamen Rider Zi-O DX Mirror World watch set, which contains the Zi-O Ridewatch Mirror World version and the Another Ryuga, another watch. So these are the two watches that were featured in the Ryuki arc of Zi-O, which is why it's called the Mirror World watch set. I don't understand why it says armor time. But anyways, I really like the design of this package. It's basically just broken mirror and such. Although mine's bashed in. But I don't understand why it says armor time. Essentially, this just says 80 2018. I don't understand why they consider the Ryuki arc to be placed in 2018 if it was in 2019. But the whole gimmick of this package is just that everything's reversed. They keep using the same stock image or stock images of these two because obviously another or Mirror World Zi-O is literally just a flipped Zi-O, which I actually kind of grew on that because it's totally solo. But they keep using this promo image of Zi-O, and it's really annoying me. I wish they literally actually had a picture of Mirror World Zi-O, but and then another Ryuga, they just keep using the same image. Stop it. So here's the Mirror World version of the Zi-O Ridewatch. Nope. Yep, well, I'm just gonna keep using terrible effects on you guys. I had to do that 4 times, and it's still horrible. So yeah, this is the entire set. It comes in a plastic tray, which is weird for ride watches, but regular for, I think, because of this. But we're gonna take a look at the Mirror World version of the Zi-O Ride Watch because that's the prominent thing of why I wanted this. But it's literally just a mirrored version of the original watch, which I actually think is really impressive, if I had to say so myself. Like, literally, everything is mirrored, and that's just kind of neat. I think the inside of this is, like, built the same way as, like, the armor, ride watches, or any, like, technically the Legend Rider ride watches, but this is, like, a new mold, technically, which is really unique. I think, like, even the inside is, flipped. Obviously, the face is now flipped too, and such. And I just think it's really impressive, to be honest. Anyways, this the QR code for Butaba Gamba, and obviously it uses the same track as Zi-O 001, and the battery cover. So now it's still 2018, but now it's 8102 or 05 technically, but and like technically the way this one works now is that it's actually interesting because this actually, I think this is technically the only thing that's actually newly because obviously these are flipped. This is flipped of this. Yeah, so this is literally just flipped, so like the way this works is different. But I really don't want to get into this too much. Anyways. So for its first sound, we get the activation sound, which is the main theme of this is that everything's distorted. So the description of this Ridewatch itself is actually from Mirror World Sogo, which I have to commend them on because that's really nice. And then to that, I think we get 10 additional phrases. So yeah, this is essentially Mirror World Zi-O's Memorial Ridewatch. Obviously, we got another Ryuga in this set because he's an outlier to the majority of the another Ridewatches. We got our previous one, another O's from set 2. Again, it's the same thing. It has a different QR code though for Futaba Gamba, but it's still 087. This one isn't in reverse in particular, but yeah. I really like another Ryuga, because it's literally essentially Ryuga himself, which is really neat. Obviously, the blank battery cover. This one actually obviously, because this one's the only singular another watch. I need to still keep that. You don't switch. Obviously, you don't mean that you don't switch in between another riders. So this one actually has 3 button presses and no holds. And it actually took me a while to actually figure out he has eyes. And that's basically it, because again, if I try holding it, it will just go into the sound that you would normally get from holding this. So, although it does less, I like how different it is. So let's get the Jiku driver. Here's the Jiku driver with no ride watch, because I haven't dealt with the transformation ride watch in a while. But I guess before I actually start the transformation, I'm going to explain the process of this because I get annoyed of it through most reviewers. But obviously, as I'm going to do, you slot this one into the left because obviously you're supposed to emulate the fact this is reversed. The huge issue with that most people don't take into consideration is that they just, mindlessly just do, what they do. They just press the button and spin it. But that's a huge error because you're spinning it wrong. Because you're not spinning it in reverse. You're spinning it correctly. You're spinning it counterclockwise. You're not spinning it clockwise. So, because obviously the thing is that the Jiku driver is locked onto. The Jiku driver gets locked to this half. But when we're transforming into Mirror World Zi-O, we push the button down, but we have to slightly push it to the left to perfectly emulate his transformation. And then we have to spin it clockwise. I'm just addressing that because I'm really annoyed about the fact that no one's taking that into consideration. They're just blindly doing what's typical, which is wrong. Because you're supposed to have it flipped. You're breaking the illusion of it being flipped when you're doing it in counterclockwise. I'm sorry. And that's some of the issues you get through. If you don't do it, if you move it, you press it slightly, but then you click it in right away, it'll just do the turning sound, so. So there's the transformation of Mirror World Zi-O. Obviously, because he was obviously not programmed, so there's no screen that automatically detects that this side goes in right away, like Ride Striker or the Ride Gadgets. And obviously it's not reversed is the thing, so that kind of breaks the illusion. And also because it plays right away when it's technically on standby, so illusions break a lot. And also because of the fact this is not reversed, so technically if I flip this right now, you're gonna see it's a normal Giga Driver with this reverse. It's just like everything's just wrong. So obviously we got his finish time, which is also a distorted version of Zi-O's. I just really like the distortedness of this. I just really do. So obviously we technically did the rider time on the armor time side. Now we have to do the armor time on the rider time side. So as you can see, the screen's gonna go on already, and then so sadly they didn't bother having a distorted version of armor time, which really is disappointing if I had to say. Yep. So these two become out of sync and it's just a mess. Here we have normal Zi-O again for another Ryuga, which you can't even see. So obviously we get the another time break, another because he's another rider. How did that? I don't understand how did it not get through. But man, like, I think it's just because of the lighting, but it's just like, with another Ryu, you can barely see his face. Okay, the demo I did something stupid, but I'm not gonna bother. That's not the right Zi-O Ridewatch. Then obviously because of his mirror abilities. Whoop. I think I'm too far in frame, but why did Tsukasa tell the time trackers about the mirror world? That was a weird line, like a weird line drop they did, but oh well. Anyways, what do I think about this set? I actually really like this set overall. Probably because because it's Ryugi specific that I really like it. But also just because another Ryugi is a really interesting another rider, because as I stated before, it is actually him as the another rider. And also you know, initially I actually did want like this. If I had to get another watch, it would have been Ryuga. And then I actually genuinely do like Mirror World Zi-O, if I had to be honest. At first I was kind of upset that, like, it's literally like the Mirror World version of Zi-O is literally just him flipped. But as I stated before, it really works with Sogo's character because he's literal with everything. Like, with the characters coming out, like the other example, like obviously like when the Build Armor and X8 Armors debuted, like the characters fly and such. So I think it works with Sogo's character, and I think Mirror World Zi-O might be one of my favorite iterations of Sogo. But I just like I just like how different it is. Although the thing that sucks about the Mirror World Zi-O Ride Watch is that it's not friendly with any other ride watches, because you can't do armor times, because if you attempt to, it's going to trigger at the same time that goes, and it's just, there's a way around it, but you can't do the finishers. But this set isn't necessary, but if you really just want one another watch, if you're a track completist, I would recommend this set. And also, just for the quotes of Mirror World Zi-O. That should be it, because the battery's gonna die. So, this is PowerRider. I'm probably forgetting things, but bye.